Hello to everyone who are watching this video. I know you know this song, right? And that's why you came across and clicked this video. At first listen, Every Breath You Take by the Police sounds like a gentle love song, a tender declaration of affection, a promise to always be there for someone. Released in 1983, it quickly became one of the band's greatest hits, a timeless anthem often played at weddings, anniversaries, and romantic moments. But what if this song isn't about love at all? What if the devotion it describes is not an act of care, but a form of control? Through a formalist perspective, we uncover the unsettling reality hidden beneath its soft melody, a narrative of obsession, possession, and surveillance disguised as romance. Alright, so before we dive deep into the analysis, I'm going to introduce you guys to the member of the group. We have Alifah, Raden, Jundiah, Nazwa, Debora, Clairine, Shofi, Adrian, Aisah, Qazka, Hadlinten, Firja, Rakha, and Arbey.
So, about the song. This song was released in 1983 by the British rock band The Police, and it quickly became one of their most famous hits. Its calm melody and soothing rhythm often make people think it's a romantic ballad, and it's even been used at weddings. But if you listen carefully to the lyrics, you'll notice a very different meaning. The song actually tells a story of obsession, surveillance, and control, rather than love. This contrast between gentle music and the dark lyrics makes the song both fascinating and unsettling, showing how something that sounds romantic can actually reveal a much darker side of human emotion. Next slide.
Repetition and obsession. The line, every breath you take, every move you make, repeats again and again throughout the song. At first, the repetition might sound romantic, like a lover's reassurance of devotion. But the more we hear it, the more uncomfortable it becomes. It feels less like a promise and more like warning. Repetition here shows obsessive behavior, just as an obsessive mind repeats thoughts in an endless cycle. The song loops the same phrases, refusing to let go. There's no progression and resolution, only fixation. Formally, the structure mirrors the speaker's mental state. He is trapped within his own desire, unable to escape it. Through rhythm and reiteration, the song embodies what it means to be consumed by another person. Next.
Diction and surveillance. The word choice or diction in the lyrics deepens the sense of control. Consider the phrase, I'll be watching you. On the surface, it could suggest care or protection, but in context, it takes on a disturbing tone. Watching implies surveillance, constant observation, the stripping away of privacy. This isn't the gaze of a lover, but it's the gaze of someone who refuses to let the other person exist freely. Through diction alone, this song shifts from affection to domination. It's no longer about two people in love, it's about one person's need to possess the other completely. The act of watching turns love into something controlling and obsessive, and the listener begins to feel the unease that the melody tries so hard to disguise.
The illusion of love breaks completely in the line. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. Yep, this is the moment where desire reveals its true from not partnership, but possessions. The beloved is not treated as an equal subject, but as property. The phrase "you belong to me" sounds sweet to some, but within this song, it becomes a statement of ownership. It blurs the line between love and control, affection and dominance. From a formalist standpoint, the language constructs a power dynamic, one in which the speaker desire becomes a mechanism of control. Love, once a space of emotional connection, now feels like captivity. The beloved is no longer free, she is bound by the speaker's obsessive claim.
The structure of every breath you take mirrors this obsession perfectly. It's cyclical, the same lines, the same chords, looping endlessly with little variation. This lack of progression reflects the mental imprisonment of the speaker himself. He is caught in a repetitive emotional pattern, watching, longing, and claiming without release. The tone adds to this complexity. The melody is soft, melancholic, and deceptively romantic. If you didn't pay attention to the lyrics, you might think it was a gentle love song. But that contrast between the soothing sound and the unsettling message creates an ironic tension. The listener feels calm, but the meaning beneath it, the calmness, is suffocating. This irony, love disguised as obsession, is what gives the song its haunting beauty.
Listener effect. Because of this tonal contrast, many listeners misinterpret the song. They focus on the melody and ignore the meaning. That's the irony at the heart of this piece. The romantic form hides the controlling message. This artistic irony forces the listener to experience what the subject of the song must feel, the trap of something that appears loving but feels confining. The song seduces you with its calmness, then unsettles you once you truly listen. This dual reaction, attraction and discomfort, is what makes every breath you take such a masterpiece of subtle storytelling.
Symbolism in the song. Symbolism ties everything together. The word breathe and move represent the most basic element of life. Every action, every motion the beloved takes. The speaker focus on these details symbolizes his desire for total control over another person's existence. Watching symbolizes the act of surveillance, the inability to let the beloved live independently. And belonging symbolizes ownership, the moment love becomes possession. Together, these symbols form an image of love as imprisonment, a cage built not from anger but from longing that has lost its limit. The beloved is loved too much, so much that she chooses to be free.
Okay, the last conclusions. In the end, every breath you take isn't a song about love at all. It's about the thin line between affections and obsessions, between watching and controlling. Through repetitions, we hear the echo of fictions. Through dictions, we sense the power of dominations. Through the structure and tone, we feel the contrasts between beauty and fear. And through symbolisms, we witness love turning into confinement. The song's genius lays its contradictions, a melody that feels tender, carrying words that are deeply unsettling. It invites us to question how easily desire can disguise itself as definitions. Perhaps that's why this song continues to captivate audience, because it reflects a truth we rarely want to admit, that sometimes love isn't about freedoms, it's about control. Thank you.
Alright, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exploration of music, meaning, and art. This has been Group 2 of Uncovering the Haunting Layers Behind Every Breath You Take. See you!